This week in worship, we're starting a new focus in preaching. We've spent the last 5 weeks looking at the formation of the kingdom of Israel, mostly in 1 Samuel. This week, we start a new study in the book of Ephesians. Ephesians is a letter of Paul that begins with a remarkable introduction, and here's that introduction in a nutshell. God has a plan for the world. God has always had a plan for the world, and since the foundation of the universe, God has had a particular place for you in that plan. The goal of God's plan is your redemption, and the center of God's work toward that end is Jesus Christ. Knowing those things, Paul says, we have certain responsibilities for how to live within God's plan. And our responsibility, it turns out, is pretty simple: to live in a way that brings honor and glory to God. We do that regularly in our worship, of course, but the Bible tells us over and over again that the best way to bring glory to God is through how we live. The way we choose to live our lives is our truest, best, and most proper form of worship. This Sunday, we'll talk about living our lives in ways that allow us to be generous as the best way to bring glory to God. When we order our lives so that we can be generous with our time, and generous with our resources, and emotionally generous with those around us, we fit right into God's plan for redeeming all of creation through Christ. We'll talk more about that exact idea this Sunday in worship, with services beginning at 8:45 and 10:55. I can't wait to see you then.